for me, we all on a journey. So even if you're going down, if you got to humble yourself, or you're going up towards your dreams or your goals, we just got to make sure that we take the stairs.
You are watching Take the Stairs. I'm Poobie Chapman, and today I have a very, very, very special guest. I always say that, but today is a little bit more special because, you know what I'm saying, this is just my brother, for real, for real. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Who are you? Where you come from? All that good stuff.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is Bobby James. I'm from Southside Raleigh, you dig? Came up with Poob.
So, like, what is your backstory? Right now, you're a rapper.
Right.
Like, have you always been a rapper? Is it something that you were you writing raps as a baby? Like, how did you get here, bro?
Yeah. So, no, I haven't always done music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think I started playing sports first.
Okay.
Or whatever. And then probably like middle school, I was in the choir.
Okay. That's funny, but okay.
So, I think that's probably when music started, I guess, for me, was when I was in the choir.
How old were you when you were in the choir? You got pictures?
Yeah.
We can add them in here.
No pictures. There's no footage of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know I met you through basketball. When I first met you, you still really, really good. How was that transition from basketball or sports into music? Because you also play other sports as well.
Yeah.
How was that transition? How easy was it? Was it seamless, or was it something that kind of you had to do just to survive type thing?
Yeah. Well, it was difficult transitioning from basketball to music, just because y'all know me from basketball.
Right, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think trying to get people to take me serious musically was difficult because people see you as one way. So, you know what
that's
I mean?
true.
But I also think from playing basketball is like where I built the relationships up, where like people found out who I really was. So I think going into music, people know me as a person, as differently from what you do. So they like, I know you as a person, so no matter what you do, it's like, you're gonna still have that energy in it.
Okay.
So like I can respect it, I guess, or accept it. I mean, what did you think when I first
the thing is though, I feel like we had always, even though you weren't a rapper, we always like really, really enjoyed music. True. Whether it was listening to music, like not even fake, but freestyling, writing raps, like, cause so it's different for me because I always knew like, yo, bro is into music. Cause I'm somebody that's into music as well. I probably am not anywhere as near as gifted as you are with it, but like, so I seen when it was there, it made sense to me because it's like, yo, you play basketball. That's basketball and hip hop are correlated, or basketball and rap is correlated anyway. So I think it was pretty seamless for me. It was just more so I wanted you to actually really take it serious. Like I think you was kind of
at the beginning. You feel like I didn't.
I feel like you was like nervous to really be a rapper. I feel like because you was a basketball player, I felt like you was kind of keeping it like, I don't know.
No, that makes sense.
Was it something that was a decision for you to just like, yo, I'm done with basketball, or did you have aspirations and they got cut short?
Definitely had aspirations to make it to the league.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which now looking back is funny because what? But you know what I'm saying? But no, definitely had aspirations to make it to the league. But I think I was trying to go to school, and then like I just didn't have enough credit. It just didn't work out.
Word.
So then that's where it was like, all right, well, like what's next? So I was at Wake Tech. I was trying to play there. It didn't work out. And then Crisis lived up the street from Wake Tech. Okay. So I was skipping class and going to the studio. Okay. You feel me? So that's when it really like jumped off.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. What I know, because I know Crisis had been rapping a little bit before you started. Was that something that like he put you on? He was a resource that you needed, and like he kind of needed somebody to be rapping with him type thing.
Well, we had homeroom in high school, and like I always respected him because he was doing music from the jump. Like the same way we felt about basketball, that's how he felt about music, passing mixtapes out, performing, all that type of stuff. So I think I always told him like, yo, bro, I think I can rap. You know what I mean? We should do this. But I think him seeing us hoop, he like, man, you just trying to do it because whatever. So I think when basketball was over and I would go to his crib and he would see like, oh, he for real, like he coming every day. He writing on a notebook, like he trying to get better. We talking music. I think he took me serious, and then like, he kind of took me on his wing and like coached me and like helped me. And I think we was just good for like each other for real. And we just built it up.
It's been 3 weeks, I ain't been stacking dividends. Feel like Kobe off the pivot spin, spinning through my ends. Not to mention I was watching all about the Benjamins. Bobby asked out, I wonder why the shit would hit the fan. Hit the bank, no No withdrawal, got me staring at my flaws. I'm better locked down, talking life behind these bars. Raised by St. Always Shaw, crossover Chris Paul. Devin Booker, King guard. It's easy to sign y'all on the south side. Tupac, do-rag, do-wop. Respected in my city, niggas treat me like goo-wop. OJ, the juice man, I'm booming, I'm bucking. Lil' Bobby gotta eat, rest in peace, Slim Duncan. Mama told me get it, never hustle with your hand out. Back when the Honda was tinted, looking like a campground. Bobby hit the booth and niggas yelling out, man down. No wonder why your favorite rapper fan out. Ain't no Batmans, but it's a whole lot of Robins. That's why it's a whole lot of Robins. And now you got a whole lot of problems. Real shit. Look, my wordplay like Ye and J like. Send a nigga up, safe flight. They throwing shade, I'm daylight. Look, and one love till that day I die. Gone.
You know what I mean? From
Word. So from going there, what point did you kind of realize like I'm nice? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this like dag, I'm actually a rapper.
I'm still like, am I nice?
Right, yeah, nah, yeah. But like, what point did it become real for you? As like, maybe I can do this to like, was it a mixtape? Was it a video? Was it a
Throw It in the Bag remix that came out?
Okay.
Which Drake, I think Drake was on it or whatever, and I was like, damn, this beat crazy. And I remember right into it, and it was Crisis was in the studio, his brother, this kid named Fresh. It was like mad people in the studio or whatever. And I remember being super nervous to record it in front of people.
Yeah.
But I recorded it, and like after I recorded, everybody was quiet. So I was like, damn, man, they probably don't like it. But then it was like, yo, bro, this like that's crazy, bro. You tight. I ain't know what I done. I was like, oh, all right. Like,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Then I put it on Facebook, and people like liked it a little bit. So I was like, oh, I might could do this for real.
Yeah. I'm bubbling, my shit been sounding like it's dope up in the pot. That's brick, shack from the free throw, I could post up on the block. I'm lit, but still they sleeping on shit, to each his own. I don't smoke, but if it's smoke, I go Cheech and Chong. Ain't working for no white man, no light skin, no nigga too. Like, how the fuck minimum wage to get a nigga through? Top ramen, water from the faucet, tapping tap cards too often. Doubt and stress sit on my mind, Lord get them off me. Won't be defined by my circumstances. I keep my circle tight as Cheerios till we advancing. And I won't stop until I'm worldwide. Young, intelligent, and gifted. And I'm sexy, I can see that in your girl eyes. Can't do love, at least not right now. I'm savage, won't give a gold, not even Golden Corral. I'm going stupid, it's a nuisance how they slay these rappers. I don't do whips and chains, won't stop until I own my masters. Bobby. I won't stop until we worldwide. I won't stop until we worldwide.
So I was like, oh, I might could do this for real.
I remember that space like was a blur for me. Cause I remember like you decided to rap, it was kinda whatever, and then you dropped a mixtape like I'm a rapper, and then from there it's like really snowballed into like then you was doing videos, and like at the time I ain't never seen a video actually be done. Like I was never in front of a camera, never like so like I remember all of that build up, but it was like this for me. And then fast forward, like I'm missing a lot of stuff, but like fast forward to like yo. Bro, I think I want to go to LA. Like, what sparked the move for you to go to LA? Was it a maturity move? Was it a like for your career? Was it what sparked that?
Yeah. Well, I went to Living Arts College. You have been there, the art school, and I had a professor named Miss JP.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I keep talking about skipping class. I don't want people to think I'm just out here skipping school.
Nah, you were definitely a skipper though. Yeah, you was definitely.
But I used to skip her class, and she called me one day, and she was like, "Yo, like you be skipping my class. Like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Yo," and she was super cool, so I feel like I had to keep it funky with her. So I'm like, "Yo, Miss JP, I go to my boy crib to like record," and she was like, "Well, look. If you gonna miss my class and you go record, you gotta play me whatever you record, right?" So I'm like, dang, it's crazy. Like, shit, you know what I mean? So I would come play it for her, and she'd like literally listen and give me like advice or whatever. So like she was like, "Yo, what are you gonna do when you graduate?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like obviously I want to do music." She was like, "Yo, I think you should go to LA." And I'm like, for real, I never had thought about it. You know, I talked to my mom. My mom was like, "No,
right,
like, nah,
right,
stay here, whatever."
Right.
So I don't know, bro. Something about it too is just like the unknown. It's just like, yo. Like,
I know personally that you like a lot of people, you know, Southside is like a thing, but like from what I remember from kindergarten to high school up and like all the way through, you were in that same block. You know what I'm saying? You've been on the south side. You definitely explored and went to the school was in Wake Forest, but like for the most part, like you were here. You were rooted in Raleigh. So like I think was that something again like something separate from music, just like, yo, let me see if I can do it?
I think so, bro, because like I feel like I never been independent. You know what I mean? Like I always been independent as an individual. I think we both have, like as a person, but I just think growing and like just trying new things, learning just different experiences. I was like, man, I got to get off the porch, like for real, in a real way. Yeah. So I think too, just knowing like, oh, if I go to LA, like it's unknown. Like I don't know anybody. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. But two, that's what we thrive at. It's the unknown. It's like, oh, yo, I love this unknown space. You know what I'm saying? What did you think when I first told you?
Nah, I thought it was like crazy, but like I felt like it was necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, that's something that I feel like you literally learn yourself better in those moments. Like if it's comfortable, then it's cool, you know. But like when it's uncomfortable, I feel like you learn yourself crazy. So like I remember everybody talking about how like that move you had like made it. Like, yo, like Dro in LA, like Bobby in LA now, yo. So like was it a successful move or was it like was it struggle? Like from your decision to leave up until now, was it successful?
Struggle the whole time.
Meaning what though?
Not really, to I'm being funny. There were like highlights and like moments that for sure changed me for the better. I mean, I think all of it changed me for the better, but I think struggle because I don't know. I think if you're embarking on like a new unknown territory, I think you try to bring. How can I say? It's like you try to bring ideas that you grew up and you learn to like this unknown space, which can hinder you because you don't fully let go and like are free. Yeah. So I think just learning that, I think it messed me up a lot of times because I'm trying to approach things that I don't know anything about like I know what I'm doing. Ooh. And that can hinder you because you're not like, it's like that's what the leap of faith is about. It's like just going into the unknown, not understanding what you're doing. So real. I think that probably was the biggest struggle. You know, it's just like letting go and being like I look at the moments where I did the best is when I totally let go, and it just like was free. So
was that a plan though? Like when you graduated, knowing what your teacher had said, did you plan out like, all right, let me save X amount of dollars. I got a spot picked out. I have such and such da 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 da. So like when you got there, did you hit the ground running, or did you get there and kind of figure it out?
Figured it out the whole time. Like from when I literally touched down in the airport and was like, yo, I think I might even should go back home. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think for a while, I mean, even still, like, I think it was always trying to figure out, even, I mean, I've been back home since COVID been going on, but like, even months ago, it was still like, man, I'm trying to like figure this out, maneuver through it, which is fun, but it's a lot to it as well.
Okay, so how did you balance, I guess, being out there and learning yourself in music?
Yeah. Probably not very well.
I'll say as a not even a brother, as a fan, I've been tight because like I have been like fiending for another Bobby James EP, mixtape, video, song, and like I'm not a creative, so like I wanted to give you that space of like being able to create and learn, but at the same time I'm like, yo, I'm tired of listening to the Ugly Duckling, like I'm tired of listening to, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to give a fuck when you feel like giving up. I know sometimes. Look, I know sometimes. I mean, a nigga feeling low, know it's eating at my soul. I know sometimes. Talked to God and told it, if you love me, can you show it? Sometimes. God hit me back and said, I love you and you know it.
What would you say to somebody that maybe is going through that same thing as an artist, whether it's music, whether it's Like anything as an artist, what advice would you give to him as far as like balancing the struggle or trying to figure it out and being able to produce music?
I think you have to like trust yourself, love yourself. I feel like it's all like mental health, self-care. It's like it has to really stem from you, I think. I know a lot of I feel like issues that I maybe encountered or I had, I feel like came from like focusing or trying to pay attention to like what other people wanted me to be or to do.
Okay.
And I think like you always gonna kind of get mixed up in that. I think you know yourself, you know what you want, you know how you feel.
Right.
The intuition, your heart, you know what I mean? It's like never gonna steer you wrong. So I think following that is the best bet.
Yeah. So like, do you have like a secret stash or a catalog of like unreleased music that you like holding on to?
Sure. Yeah.
What do you think they'll ever get released, or did you feel like you need to be on a certain level for consumption?
Yeah. I think they could possibly get released, but I think if they get released, I would have to revisit them and like update
fine tune them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I wanna be closer to God, but my shoes dirty. She hit me up around 1 o'clock, said she off around 2:30. I said fuck with me, got some bad habits and they stuck with me. Lotto ticket got some luck with me. I been feeling ain't no love with me. Lately it's been way too much with me. I been penny pinching, penny spending. I got like half of the rent. I gave a dick for 2 minutes. I think that's time well spent. She disagreed, my nigga hit my line. Said he got advice for me. Said he think he know what's right for me. Like he can go and live his life for me. You can miss me with the bullshit. Yeah, yeah, bullshit. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. You can miss me with the bullshit. Yeah, yeah, bullshit. Hey, you can miss me with the bullshit. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can miss me with the bullshit.
Like, okay, along the way, like you started off being when you first started being a rapper, I feel like you was putting stuff out. And I think as your tenure has gone with your career, I feel like you've kind of slowed the process of producing music. Do you think it's because you're harder on yourself? Do you feel like you're not finding the inspiration? Or what do you feel like is the struggle with just kind of still releasing music?
Yeah, I think maybe sometimes the difficult part about releasing music is just what I'm dealing with my everyday self. It's like it's almost like it doesn't even have anything to do with music necessarily. It's just like me just maneuvering through life, trying to figure out what I want, how I feel, all these different things. And you know me too, it's like I want it to be right and perfect. So some days I wake up and I'm like, man, like somebody came me like, bro, I got a studio today, you want to come through? And I'm like, man, I'm not feeling myself today. So like I don't even want to go. So then I think those moments maybe hold me back sometimes from music. Yeah.
Word. That makes sense, but I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alongside the fact that I think the music that you do put out reflect that. You know what I mean? So I feel like at times you can listen to your music and hear like, yo, you're not feeling yourself, and I feel like the people that are going through those same things connect with you.
With that.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And I think too, I think too much. You know what I mean? I just think too much instead of just being like, man, let me put this out so like it can inspire somebody. Whatever it's meant to do, it can do. But nah, for sure, I get in my head. And
what artists do you feel like, or is there an artist that you feel like you relate to, or that you feel like kind of have those same type of beliefs? I know I've heard Wale talk about the same kinds of things.
For sure.
And I think knowing or listening to him as an artist and then kind of watching his interviews, they're different. You know what I mean? So once I like kind of know him as a person a little bit better, it makes me understand his music a little bit more as well.
Yeah, I would definitely say Wale, Cole, like Kendrick. Man, who else I've been like listening to heavy? I've been to a lot of Frank Ocean lately.
Okay.
Too, but yeah, rapper wise, I think probably those guys.
I got an EP that's about to come out.
Oh, for real? What is it called?
No, this is
okay.
It's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me.
Right. Okay.
So back to sports. How do you feel sports is related to you as a musician or as an artist, or are they completely separate?
No, I think they're the same thing. Do you think sports are an art form?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So I think transitioning from back and forth is like
it's art to art.
It's art to art because you still operating out of some type of creativity and instinct and feeling the same way. I think maybe people on the outside don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it, you know, like, oh no, this kind of feels the same. It's the same fulfillment, really. You know. That's
dope, bro.
Yeah.
As life comes and goes, as we rise and as we fall, I had a dream and love and basketball. Mama, your son got a dream. Dad, your son got a dream. I was sitting on the bench and used to kill my self-esteem. Nightmares reflect, who dreams did I neglect? The love out of respect, I should've came correct. I could've blamed the refs, I would've gave what's left. I should've, coulda, and would've, but never gave my best. That's the self-doubt. Look, myself couldn't even help out. Wrong ways or right turns, ended up getting left out. Pick and roll, give and go, dribble to my heartbeat, and never heartbreak, dribble to my heart speak. My vision was concrete, looking at your point of views. Between me and you, seeing Monica and Q. Bobby James and your love for the game got you drowning in the mix, got you swimming in this Novocaine. Cupid got me stupid, got me foolish, I can't do this. Got your heart up in my hands, I'll probably miss it if I shoot it. So talk about losing, Bobby, what you doing? Sitting on the bench while other players get recruited.
So like a spin off of that, and it's kind of unrelated, but like it just popped in my head. With you being an artist and a musician, and you having those dreams and those like wanting that, what funds those aspirations and those dreams? Is it you getting funding behind features? Are you getting money from features? Are you working a job? Do you have your own business? What do you think is, or not even what do you think, what is funding those?
Yeah. Well, when I was in LA, it was like a few different things. We were doing the interviews too, so I was getting paid from the interviews.
I got an album with Madlib.
Yeah.
That's coming like
Bandana?
Yeah, that's coming like sooner than people think.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's kind of like a couple years in the making.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
the one with the Bandana.
Yeah. I kind of been working on that for some years, because that's the way you got to work with Madlib. You can't just go and just bang out like 10 songs in a row. Like that nigga, he's not gonna sit in the studio with you for that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's that's why it's gonna be so great, because it was really like slow cooked.
The grind.
I'm on my grind.
I was doing like voiceovers for ESPN. I was doing like some commercials.
That's crazy.
And then I used to do this. It was a company out of New York called Flowcabulary, and they would basically make these songs for like elementary school kids, like math, science.
Okay.
So they would send me these references, and I would basically re-rap them in my voice. Yeah, and don't try to find them. They're insane.
I've got web smarts. Oh yeah? Where'd you get them? I got them on the web. Isn't that ironic? Lisa's got permission to visit the.com. It looks like Lisa's about to log on. For the site, she needs a username. And Lisa's using great for Lisa Lane. Lisa, whoa, hit the lead right now. The username makes it easy to figure out who you are or your grade at school. Keep personal info private, that's the first rule. No age, school or hometown either. I guess that's fine, so you like Justin Bieber. Now for your password, what's this gonna be? JUS, no, don't tell me. Don't tell anyone, it's a secret, and make one and no one can guess. I mean it. Use letters, numbers, and even symbols. make it tricky, like a riddle.
Like Insane as like completely fire, like dope, drop the bomb, flex, or like Insane, like what am I doing?
What am I doing? But I mean, it's like, you know, for what it's for, it's like, yo, if kids learn it, you know what I'm saying? I can't trip on that.
That's a good like.
But yeah, I was doing that. And then also, I was working on Undefeated too. So.
Okay, I think you do a really good job as an artist at being transparent. When you try to be.
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing sometimes in artists, because you hear about like how much money they have, how much they floss, how much they flex, but like maybe they have a 9-to-5 job, which is nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But like, why do you choose to be transparent in your music?
Honestly, I think it's like it makes me feel better. It's like therapy. I always think about why I would say stuff about myself before somebody else could say it.
Yeah.
And it's like a cop-out, but it's like the Eminem 8 Mile thing. Like, if I put myself out there in its entirety, like, nobody can really... Like, you see me for who I am, so what can you really say? Yeah. You know, it's like a defense mechanism, maybe, to, like, you know, shy away from maybe who you really are or something. I'm not sure, but...
That's crazy, bro. I never even figured that. Because I know before Instagram was, like, Instagram, we all had, you know, just like your MySpace, you had your names. Bro name was Black and Ugly as Ever as his name. I thought that was so crazy because I'm like, yo, that's dope. That's a Biggie line. That's like, but hearing what you just said, that makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
I think you one of the, and I think Wale's starting to do it now as well. I don't want to keep referencing him, but I feel like you do a really good job at like low-key going a little bit too far at like who you really are, so that when people like meet you or see you or talk to you, they're kind of like, yo, like you was talking crazy on that track. Are you gonna continue to do that, or are you gonna kind of dial it back and make it easier for consumption maybe?
I think I have to. I got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think for one, it made me feel better. I remember one time I was either talking to Males or Crisis. This was years ago, but I was like, yo, whenever I make, like, from this point on, whenever I do music, like, I want to be more honest in my music than I am in like my real life. I'm not saying that's okay, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, man, like, this is my art form. Like, for one, it can't really be right or wrong. It's just how you feel.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a place I could just be myself, like, as much as I want.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. If you was to give, well, I'll save that. Right now, as an artist and as a person, what would you want your legacy to be? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want people to think about Bobby James as an artist and Joe Miles as a person and say?
Yeah. I always think when I was growing up, maybe the piece of the puzzle that always seemed to maybe not be missing, but I was always trying to figure out was just like maybe like self-love, confidence, all these different type of things. So I think if I could leave those tools or guidelines for just like kids or just people, whoever's listening or paying attention coming up after me, I think that's what it would be. It's like I just want to be able to influence people to like find their better selves, love themselves, trust who they are, believe in themselves, not listen to like what other people think and say and all that.
That's dope, bro. Yeah. So the name of the show is Take the Stairs. Do you feel like your journey as a person and as an artist has been a journey that's literally you've been taking the stairs, or were you allowed to hit the button and get on the elevator? You
know, it's funny, bro. Probably a little of both. But I think who I am and who I'm supposed to take the stairs. You know what I mean? Because I'm realizing when I didn't take the stairs, I think something's missing. Something's missing when you don't take the stairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you have to.
Why do you think that's important? Why do you think it's important to kind of take the I don't want to say the road less traveled or the long road, but why do you think it's important to feel those bumps and bruises and those steps?
Because too, I think it's like a part of life. I think we consume things so fast, especially with technology, all these different type of things, that like life can go by so fast. And I think if we don't take the time to enjoy it and get the most out of it that you can, I think you can like miss something along the way. And I think you learn the most about yourself when you go through those motions.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I agree with that. I think even listening to your music, I feel like if you listen to your first project, second project, up until Broke Boy, I feel like there's an incline. It's a slow and steady incline, because I feel like, I can't even lie, your first joint was like really raw.
Yeah.
But like your second one, was like polished. So I think it was hard to kind of continue to go up.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way that it's going for you now anyway. It's like you refuse to like go backwards in sound or in content. So I think it's really, you're being really particular on what you put out and how you put it out. Why do you feel like it's important to kind of be deliberate in your message?
Because I think maybe sometimes people might not get what you're trying to say. What do you mean exactly by deliberate?
Like, and everything that we've said so far in this interview, I think you can listen to a song by Bobby James and hear that somewhere in the song. I think sometimes, right, I say Jay-Z, for example, is really good at giving a message and then not explaining it. It could be you could take it, listen to it, and get 4-5 different things.
Right.
But I think with you, you're more deliberate on like, yo, if you don't got money, don't act like you got money. Like, be honest. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're going through something, be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you feel like? Because there's been times that I feel like you've been a little bit too deliberate or too like, yo, I don't have no money, I'm broke, I gotta take the bus, and it's like, yo, you kind of get what you, when you hear it, it's like, okay, well, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Is that something that you're being deliberate about, or that just contributed to you being honest?
Man, that's a good question, bro. I don't know.
I'm nice for real.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. This is the first. This is the first.
Yeah, I don't know, cause I mean, I think I'm trying to be as honest as possible.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm purposely trying to say things to be like, oh, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think maybe I do reiterate a lot of things sometimes so that people are like, okay, I need them to understand this is the space I'm in. It's like what I'm trying to say without it being like overwhelming or too much.
Yeah. So, that's dope, bro. Yeah. What do you feel like you struggle with most as a rapper, and what do you feel like comes easiest?
Struggle with the most. I think I struggle the most as a rapper is like trying to please people, maybe trying to be a people pleaser, I think. Because I think, you know me, so like most of my life I feel like I kind of operated in that space of doing things that people want me to do or wanting to be like, whatever that is. And I think whenever I operate outside of like what I want for myself, it's like it's you know what I mean? It's gonna hit the fan every time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I struggle with, is just like those outside entities. But I think as far as my most success, is funny, is the opposite of that. It's like when I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because I like going to beat of my own, you know. So I think whenever I'm myself fully and I do what I want, I think it's like when I'm the most successful. It works for me.
Okay. And last but not least, if there's a young male or female that's looking to be an artist, or that's already an artist that maybe be struggling with some of the things that you talked about, whether it's mental health, whether it's producing content, what advice would you give to them, or what would you tell them as far as continuing to progress their career?
Yeah, I would just say that trust yourself, believe in yourself. Try not to compare yourself. That's hard, because
that's it right there. I was waiting on you to say that, John.
You already know how we do.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is, like, we're never going to be who anybody wants us to be. Like, I'm never going to be who you want me to be. You're never going to be who I want you to be, who our parents, all these other people want us to be. So it's like you can only be yourself. So I think that's like the main key is like be you, trust yourself, love yourself. Don't try not to think so much. That's easier said than done. Too.
Right,
I think a lot. But yeah, and then I say just express yourself and be the best version of yourself through your art.
That's
I think
dope.
it's like never gonna steer you.
Nah, that's dope though. Yeah. That's dope though. Man, you watching Take the Stairs. Thank you for tuning in. This is my brother Bobby James.
Yep.
My dog.
Love you, dude.
Peace.
Clap, clap. Why they wanna hold me back?